This is a reading video for Magi, the Kingdom of Magic, episode 4, 5, and 6, 3-episode reaction. Click in the link in the description below to go watch my reaction, and then come back here to see my full thoughts, ideas, and theories about these episodes and what's to come and all that good stuff. A lot happens, so click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in these episodes. Okay, so, we had the entire encounter with the pirates, the beginning, middle, and end of the pirates, basically. So that's pretty cool. I like how it was dealt with, basically, and the whole plot twist. About the lady having some kind of either a household vessel or some kind of magic item. I'm assuming just a magic item. Because the one girl from Syndria, the mage that helped Aladdin, she doesn't have a household vessel. She has magic items, so she bottles up magic, whatever, into items and then uses it. So that's the reason these weapons that the pirates are using are basically similar. Just not maybe as powerful. Well, maybe the bug one was like the one where it was a magic item, but they attached some kind of bug thing to it, so that way it amplified the magic even further. So that one was probably on par with what the one girl uses on day-to-day basis or whatever when fighting. But anyways, so basically there was some kind of, I guess you can call it a cult, because it's not really a cult per se. I guess yeah. I guess it would be considered a cult in some ways. The term of drinking from the fruit bowl, or whatever, and the whole thing about the fruit bowl being poisoned, or whatever in some way. I guess maybe kind of hinting towards the fact, or the whole. I'm trying to think of the proper word for it, because it's we have this lady who has magic, who can mess with your mind to the point where it can think that she is your mom, basically, and then she feeds off that effectively to control you, and do whatever is in your power to make her happy, kind of thing. Whether it be fighting for her, whether it be defending her, or whatever. That's one thing that she wanted to happen. She wanted to control all the land, basically everybody in the world, by slowly but surely building up an army of kids that are devoted to her. So that way, when they grow up, they can go and become kings, and that kind of thing, and then they'll be under her wing. So she has not only what she has now, but also kingdoms under her wing and everything, and whatever she says can happen, kind of thing. So that's pretty much the gist of it. So she has multiple abilities with this kind of gauntlet thing that she had. She had the ability to do the gas. That was some kind of magic ability to tap into your mind and make you think about well, maybe it was more so making you think heavily on a memory. That was the purpose of it, is focus on a memory kind of thing. And then when she's talking to the kids, she brings up memories, right? So if you're talking to a friend and your friend's talking about a story or whatever like that, and he mentions something that triggers a memory in your mind about something that happened in your past, kind of thing. That's kind of what she's doing. She's just wonder what you're thinking about right now, and that kind of triggers what am I thinking about right now, kind of thing, making them focus on the memory more so. And then talk about the mom, or your mother, your parents, whatever, and that triggers the memory in their mind about their parents and everything, and then it focuses on that, and then just amplifies until it becomes reality. Their parents' mom in particular is this woman, kind of thing. And so that's why it hardcore affected Hakuryu, um, because it for him his whole family was like wiped out, and he kind of because he didn't know back then that his mom was the reason behind his brothers and father and all that kind of stuff dying. Brothers and sisters are dying probably. Um, I think just brothers. I think just brothers. Anyways, his whole family dying basically, um, except the mom and his sister. So he never thought back then, like when he was growing up, whatever, that it was his mom. So, um, when this lady made him relive those memories again, it effectively brought up the point of his brother or dad. I think it's probably his brother, um, saying who the woman was or who was the person responsible for the attack, and it happened to be the mom. And the whole memory about him confronting the mom and the mom not denying it and being like, "Yep, it happened," kind of thing. So, at first, I thought his whole memories were changing based on like whatever the gas was doing, but apparently that's fact. Like whatever was happening, like he did have a dream about them being murdered and everything. The mom did say, "Don't worry about it," kind of thing. Like we're fine. And then the attack on the family, and they got killed. And then the brother said who did it. He went back to the mom, um, and the ruler of the place, whatever like that, was there. Um, and then confronting the mom and the mom not denying it, leaning in, saying like, it happened basically, um, and that she's going to marry one of the kings so that way she can give the kids a better life, but also probably to control like the whole kingdom from the shadows or whatever, um, that kind of thing. Um, but the fact was he originally when he was originally fighting Alibaba, when he was under the influence of the spell, um, he was fighting to protect her because he still thought the mom was not the person who caused it. Then the memory started kind of flooding in to him more and more and more, and he started thinking about it more and more and more. And then the memory of who done it basically like resurfaced, and then it's like the mom did it, like your mom did it, our mom did it, kind of thing. um and then the whole memory and the whole memory of him later on saying like did you really do it, like he said this and that kind of thing, and she never done that, denying it, and then that amplified his hatred towards the mom, like the girl basically. Um so yeah, it's like he had it the roughest, like out of everybody. Like all the other kids, like sure they were tricked and everything, but ultimately, um, their memories were pretty easy, right? Because like that's the whole purpose of them taking them, potentially even killing the parents of some of the kids, so that way they have a strong feeling towards that memory, and that memory shoots towards the girl with the gauntlet, so that way they are more stronger towards her, kind of thing. But none of them had none of the kids that she's ever dealt with had a memory of the mom or whatever attempting to kill them, kind of thing. But Hakuryu did. So not only did he think his mom was like, you know, a saint kind of thing in a way. But because of this lady, he now knows the true face behind the person who are behind the reason behind his family dying. Um, and he had a little bit of that spell still on him when he decided to decapitate her in the street. Like that was so hardcore. Jesus. Just sitting there, it looked like at first like he was defending her, kind of thing, but right away I was like, oh yeah, something else is going on here, because like he wasn't like actively like, because like if he was under the spell, he would immediately just start like attacking the guards and like stab at him, slice, 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 whatever, like to get them away from her, kind of thing. Um, but he instead got between them and just kind of stopped there for a second, she was like, saying like, help me, I need to get out of here. And then that's when he's like, just like, you're done, and then it's like, whoosh, just like, oh my gosh, and like in front of everybody, everybody saw that, all the kids, all of them, all of the people, the kids that were under his spell, like they all saw her get decapitated. So that is freaking hardcore. I thought at first when she would have died, kind of thing, that the spell on them would have been lifted. But I guess because they were the oldest ones, they had the strongest feelings towards her, kind of thing. So they still have that kind of like that mindset of like, the what's a term about okay, so yeah, Stockholm syndrome basically. Like you're a prisoner ultimately, but the person in charge of the jail, basically, you start to kind of get on their side, and like, kind of, yeah, you're basically on their side, obviously, like given time, like a lot of time, whatever. But in her case, she speeds it up with this like gauntlet. Um, but yeah, so it's effectively Stockholm syndrome. So when she died, I thought the spell was gonna break, but obviously the feelings towards her linger, and probably won't go away for them. Uh, Maybe given time, it'll start to kind of fade away, but ultimately, I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon, because the oldest kid, he uh, seems to have like, um, a lot of feelings toward it, kind of thing, and he's gonna be like the leader of these kids. It seems like. So I don't know. Given time, I'm sure they'll be fine. All of them, all of the kids, summoning the Black Ruch, was hardcore too as well. Like them say, like they're having utter hatred for Hakuryu, and just like the whole event, like of their mother, whatever, the girl dying, in front of them. Like this, all of them had the Black Rook all of a sudden, and then Aladdin wanted to, deal with it. But luckily Alibaba had a plan and dealt with it himself. So hopefully that's good enough to kind of quell some of the feelings inside them, kind of thing. So I don't know. Yeah, then Hakuryu basically went off on his own, and he seems way different now. Not only because he knows his mother is the one who like killed his family, but he's tasted blood in a way. Like he kind of knows the feeling of killing somebody who looks slash acts slash might have been a persona of like his mom, kind of thing. Like, because the girl used the gauntlet on him, and that was relived the whole memories of his mom killing his family, kind of thing. So that's why he decapitated her, because he might have been under some kind of the spell still, kind of thing. But so he knows the feeling that he got decapitating her, and maybe that added to the bonus of him actually knowing who the actual person behind the event of his family's demise, or whatever, is. That is kind of what's changed in his mind, like, kind of thing. So his whole outlook on life, I think, changed or shifted, or whatever. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be weird to see how that goes. I'm not sure if we're ever gonna see him again. We might see him like once in a while, maybe near the end. I can't remember if he was there during that kind of battle, where Aladdin, the future kind of scene that we saw, Aladdin in like hovering above the sky, kind of thing. Like, I can't remember if he was there or not. Um, I would think he would be, but I don't know. Who knows? So I don't know. I don't want to like look too much at that future scene, because um, seeing it once was like a good kind of tease about that, like, oh, this is coming, kind of thing. But like, if I go back and just analyze every single like frame about that like future thing, it would spoil it quite a bit. So I'm just basing all of my theories on what's going to happen based on that one scene, that one showing that we did, or we saw. So yeah. So, what else? The kids went back to Sindria. It looks like Sinbad is going to take care of them and everything, and make sure they get a good home. So that's good. Um, what else? What else? What else? It seems like Morge, Aladdin, and Alibaba are now, off the boat. They're on land. The pirates are dealt with. So who knows? They might all kind of separate now. We'll have to see for sure. But yeah, Aladdin tried to go talk to Hakuryu, and he was wanting him to join up and everything. See, that was weird. That was giving me weird vibes. Like when he was saying like, "Are you gonna join me like Sinbad has?" kind of thing, and like, "Are you an ally of Sindria? Like you should help me," kind of thing. So like, there was some weird vibes going on. Like almost like he's using Sinbad kind of thing. Like I don't know. There's that whole thing with Aladdin and Hakuryu kind of gave me weird vibes about his motives. Obviously, he wants to kill his mom. That's a given. But I just like there's something there that like we don't see yet that like might have been changed in his mind about this whole cause that he originally wanted, kind of thing. So I don't know. It's weird. It's gonna be weird for sure. It's gonna be definitely weird to see what happens next. With that whole thing, and if Aladdin has some kind of sway after a yawn, have some kind of sway on future events about his cause, kind of thing. If he does join him, if he doesn't join him, kind of thing. Like, is that gonna cause Hakuryu to be angry towards Aladdin for not helping him, or whatever. There's a lot there. Yeah, there's a lot there. So I think that's it. It was really cool to see different kind of people in the world using magic, kind of thing. Not just like household vessels that we've seen prior, or dungeon relics, that kind of thing. We have this magic items, like effectively just genuine magic items. So that's pretty cool. Also more like kind of symbols and such like that, like magic. They effectively made like a magic engine in the boats. They have this thing in the boat where there's kids sitting in chairs blowing into the machine, and that gives them magic, or it gives the boat magic to then produce a bubble, so that way they can go underwater and everything. So yeah, that's new. And I had the mark of the academy, right? That was the academy, right? Yeah, yeah. So, and Aladdin saw that. So Aladdin knows that this mark is doing evil things, kind of thing, or well, yeah, evil things. Because like that one kid was dying, like, and he was like, I want help, kind of thing. So yeah, it's evil. So he knows that now. So I'm wondering what he's gonna do when he gets there. I ultimately, like, he says he wants to go to this academy to find out answers or ask some questions, whatever. Ultimately, we know it goes weird, and he is maybe controlled by them. Whether that is forced control, or they show him something and he just understands, or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens next. So I think we'll leave it there. If there's anything that you'd like me to talk about in the comments below about what happened in these episodes that I missed or skipped over, whatever, leave a comment down below, and I will talk to you guys down there. Obviously, no spoilers for future content. Don't be a dick, not only for my benefit, but for other people with benefit who have not seen the series at all. Don't spoil. You're just being a dick. So, yeah, I will see you guys next week for 4 episodes, 7 through 10. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week for some more Magi. Think about it.